Alright, so what is up, folks, gamers, creatures of the night, indescribable entities that may lurk throughout the internet? I uploaded my last video a week or two ago, and I said that I want to make more videos of that style, and I'm hoping to make true on that promise. So I'm going to go through more of these games that these obscure games that I have archived. And now at this point in particular, it might seem, some might say, that's a bad time to record anything because there could be some noise or interference in the background, but that's not really important to me because I think you'll still be seeing the focus of the gameplay and my voice more than anything, and I think it's important to strike while the iron is hot, well, to do something while you feel like you can, rather than waiting for the conditions to be ideal. And that's a philosophy I've always lived by. And so this is going to be a game called 13 Gates. And this is a game by an organization called Haunted Window. And it's an indie game, and I don't know much about Haunted Window as a group, but I assume they're pretty cool because they made a pretty cool game. And this game in genre is a dodge 'em up. It's like a first-person shooter, but instead of shooting at enemies to progress, you simply dodge the attacks of enemies and run to the exit to get to a next level. Very arcadey sort of concept. And I think something that you might notice, and that viewers may point out, is that this game has somewhat of a resemblance both in concept and visual style to Neon White, which is a game that an indie game that sprung up and became very popular a couple years ago. But this game is much older and much smaller in scope, and I don't think there's any overt connection, but it is interesting to think about. So I'm just gonna play the game now. Once again, I find myself in a bizarre, some might say uncanny zone that is actually quite comfortable to me because of nostalgia, I suppose. I originally played this game years ago when it was new. Just found it on a whim, and as you can see, it's like kind of a level-based arcadey game. You have 13 gates to go through, and we're gonna start with the first one. The object of the game is essentially to get the best time. It's kind of a high score sort of thing. But it gets increasingly more difficult. You must retain an optimal line and also survive. I think that was pretty good. And you will notice the distinct aesthetic, those kind of has echoes of vaporwave and C-punk and those kinds of online aesthetics. But it also has some unique motifs such as the eye creatures, which I quite appreciate because they have this feel to them that's sort of uncanny, but it's like, it's cool, it's intriguing. And here we have a pseudo weapon introduced. This is just for you to freeze enemies rather than actually kill them, but it does incapacitate them temporarily, which can be very useful. And it has a limited ammo, so you have to be careful how you use it. I think that could have been better. But you get the idea, there's no advanced mechanics here, you just run and jump and dodge. And that's what I like about it. That was again a not terrible but not great run. As you can see, it continuously introduces new enemy types and more complex stage layouts. So there's a natural difficulty progression, and it keeps things interesting even though it's a pretty short experience. Fuck, I messed it up. Yeah, it's probably a really bad time. Yeah, okay. So that's all that matters. me off my groove. I die immediately for the first time. Be a fighter. So yeah, I think that was okay. Here it really gets intense. There aren't that many actual tracks in the game, but the soundtrack is still awesome, I gotta say. Like, you really gotta give credit to the musicians as well as the visual artists, because this is really vibey. And here we have almost a boss fight. Of course, it's not actually a fight because they can retaliate. But the design of this guy is interesting. It's like, I got distracted by talking. Okay, apparently I don't know what the fuck is going on even if I'm not talking. It reminds me of those things from the barracks in Yume Nikki. It's actually really similar. And I feel like I've seen creatures with this, like, face hole. Before, like, this rectangular body and just a hole in the head. It's like a really simple design, but something about it is very, like, evocative to me in particular. I don't know, I feel like I wonder if it carries some significance. If it's like... if it was related to an idol in some ancient religion, or mythology. I don't know why it fascinates me as much as it does, but it's like, it makes me, it just makes me wonder, you know. Oh fuck, the worms. This is where it all comes together. You can't freeze that. It's not organic. Motherfucker. Me, someone who's good at Toho, to play this. Not me. But what am I talking about? I can be a hero. I said before that shit was getting serious, but now for real. Oh, right, this is the, barrier item. I fucked it up. You have to get this after. Okay. This level is the real test of skill. Man, that one really bugs you out. I got kind of sloppy there, as you can see. I got kind of flustered from all the different shit that was going on. Having to get through the... having to activate the points and the enemies all around you, and the item that is a red herring, because if you take it you can't progress. Had to go and pause there to ready myself, because this is the 13th gate of 13 gates, and so this is the climax, the apex. Things are scary. Fucking spooked. Okay, you gotta play it cool. You gotta... It's a game of endurance this time. I'm trying to preserve it because you really need it. at the end, but I mean, you really always need it. It's not like you have eyes behind your back. It was pretty dumb for me to let go there, though. Okay, so this is the third recording tonight, and at this point I really must clarify that there is a boogeyman out to get me. I am a targeted individual. There are people looking to systematically inconvenience me in every way possible. And it is being represented right here and now. I had 2 hard crashes, which rarely ever happen. Just recording this, but I thought it couldn't be the temperatures, but I went and looked inside the computer anyway, and like, dear God, the amount of dust in there. I mean, I gave it a basic cleanup, and even though it needs a deeper cleaning, that on its own reduced with CPU and GPU temps at idle from about 10 to 20 degrees Celsius. I mean, I can show you they were reading like 50, 60 something, and now it's like low 40s. It was even like 37 on a cold boot. So that's wonderful. But we were playing a game, if you recall. Damn, it even feels smoother. the 13th gate. We went and did it. That wasn't totally optimal, but I think it was clean. Brother. And now, let's see what awaits us in the construct. A lovely cup of cha. How nice is that? A game by Haunted Window. These are the people that made the music. Alexander Zelenov, Bleak Prospects, Eric Taylor, Game Assets 66, YD, Xander Norega. Shoutouts to those people because this had a pretty baller soundtrack, you can't deny. And shout out to Haunted Window, whoever you are, wherever you are now. But that's about it.